Hey, if you're still running your business like it's 2015, you're going to absolutely hate how fast things are actually changing. All right. And at the center of that shift, it's LPT Realty. I've worked inside traditional brokerage models before. All right, building teams, closing deals, recruiting agents, and tried to scale inside those systems. And I'll be honest, they're great, but there's always ceilings. All right, whether it's splits, support, tools, or just outdated thinking, it always felt like you had to fight for resources and attention instead of being fueled by them. And that's why today I'm breaking down the 5 key differences between LPT Realty and traditional brokerages and why so many agents are finally making the switch. Now, before we jump into the whole entire thing, because I am going to break it down for you, I need you to do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. All right, what you do when you do that, it's very little to you, means a lot to me because it's supporting the channel. In addition to that, like, comment, and share. And if you're watching this because you're thinking about LPT, someone may have mentioned it, maybe you saw it online and you did some research and you ended up on my channel. Here's something you need to consider. You need to consider using me as your sponsor, but here's the difference, is you can actually name 2 sponsors. So let's say you're watching this video because the person that introduced you to it, you like them, maybe they're local, maybe you'd like to be partnered with them at LPT because you could see them helping you in some way. That is awesome. You can also use me as a sponsor because at LPT you can name up to 2 sponsors. Okay, so what that means is me and this other person, it doesn't always have to be another person, but we are now business partners and we are vested in seeing you succeed. We have a vested interest in seeing that. So if you think that someone like me who's built some of the biggest teams and brokerages in Southern California and in the United States can help you, and you think I can help you grow because of my knowledge of LPT, then you probably got to at least think about it. So at the end of this video, or maybe even now, go in the description below, click a link, book one-on-one time with me. I'll explain how it all makes sense and how everyone wins in that scenario. All right, so let's jump into this, the differences between LPT Realty and the more traditional models. All right, so looking at the first difference, at LPT Realty, the agent is the beneficiary, not the broker. All right, in traditional models, everything is really built around the broker. Let's be real. Okay, it's the office, the branding, the territories, even the franchise opportunities, right? Think about that. It serves the person at the top. But at LPT, they actually flip that model completely. All right, there are no franchise fees, no protected zones, no layers of management eating into your opportunity. As a matter of fact, they don't even charge a sign-up fee or a monthly fee. Okay, so nobody's really making money off of just like junk fees like at a lot of brokerages. They don't make you pay your E&O insurance up front. They don't make you pay thousands or even hundreds of dollars to do their initial training. Okay, the only way they make money is when you actually sell real estate. Okay, now here you are the engine. Agents are the engines. You're not just working under a system, you're building your own. Okay, and the better you do, the more upside you have. And that's not theory, that's actually by design. All right. Now here's another difference. At LPT Realty, you get to choose your comp plan because it's your business. Who'd have thunk it, right? Traditional brokerages, they love the one-size-fits-all comp structures. All right. If you're solo, they give you a fixed split. If you want a cap, maybe you'll earn one over time or negotiate it. Or if you're at a company that offers a cap, but maybe you want a different cap, a reduced cap. Well, yeah, you can get that if you join a team and pay a team leader a split. All right, but it's never built around what you actually need. It's more so what fits their economic model. And don't get me wrong, that's their prerogative and totally fine and normal and acceptable until LPT came along and gave you a choice. Right? At LPT, it's different. You get to choose your compensation model, no matter what stage of the business that you are in. All right? Do you want to keep more in your pocket? Awesome. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go with the business builder plan. It's $500 of commission per transaction, capped at $5,000 for the year. Now, you want additional stock because even on that $5,000 cap, you are getting stock on your first, third, and 15th transaction every single year. But let's say you want to double that stock and even start earning revenue share because you attract people. Well, you choose the brokerage partner model. All right, super simple, 80-20 split, capped at $15,000 for the year with serious long-term upside. And the best part, you can actually switch when you're ready. That's not just flexible, that's actually empowering. Now let's go over another difference. LPT Realty isn't just powered by marketing, it was built by marketing. All right, think about it this way. Traditional brokerage, they treat marketing like a side dish. Their core is selling you brokerage services. Okay, so to compete, they do throw in some generic templated flyers, a half-baked Canva portal, or maybe a marketing department made up of interns and overworked admins. You end up with some generic, ineffective, and likely overpriced materials that don't even help you win real listings. Okay, LPT flips that entirely, because this company started as a marketing company first. We're talking about listing power pack, right? Real professionally designed, proven marketing assets, not just digital. We're talking print, TV, radio, hyper local, and high converting. And it's all backed by the genius of this guy, Robert Palmer. Look him up. I have a video all about him. All right, he's a billionaire who didn't just get rich selling real estate, but becoming the #1 marketing mind in the mortgage space. All right, and now he's building that same power into our entire real estate model. Okay, you won't find that anywhere else, because no one else was built for it. Not because they don't want to, not because somehow we're better and they're not. All right, it's just different. It's kind of the way that I think about, like, you might know a brain surgeon that's really good, but if they practice in their backyard, why would you use them? You definitely want to use the one who practices in a hospital. So it's not always just about the person, it's about the model. I get you love your broker. I get you love your team leader and the person who recruited you to your current brokerage. But does that matter if their model is flawed? Right? Because this one solves a lot of those problems. Now, jumping into another difference, LPT Realty isn't just scalable, it's built to dominate. Okay, we've already seen 2 cloud-based brokerages, EXP and Real, go public, and that IPO cash helped them grow even faster, right? But here's the thing, LPT hasn't even IPO'd yet. No outside investment, no Wall Street funding, and still we've already become the #10 brokerage in the US by units sold, #14 by volume. Okay, fastest growing brokerage in American history, and a national training award winner. All of that in 3 years, with over 20 states still unopened when most of those numbers were submitted. Okay, so just imagine what happens when we do IPO, which is expected in late 2025, early 2026. I'm not giving investment advice here, okay? Let's be careful. But I will tell you this. Based on current projections, LPT Realty is poised to be 10 times the size of those other companies were at when they went public. We're talking an agent count, revenue, right? And they weren't even profitable. LPT already is, okay? So if you're just looking at this from a purely investment perspective, God, it's a hands down no-brainer, all right? This isn't a wave. It's a full-on shift. And here's the thing, it's still early. So if you're an agent who's been looking for something that actually puts you first, okay? If you're tired of the outdated splits, generic marketing, your broker trying to schmooze you and say, maybe one day I'll give you a cap or give you a higher split or whatever it is, meanwhile they're out doing their thing, and you're really looking for leadership that actually serves you, okay? Because right now, you're probably tired of leadership that serves itself, okay? And if you've been wondering whether it's too late to be part of something big, something that's still growing, still can look at the hockey stick growth, still evolving, and still packed with opportunity, then we got to talk. Click the link below, grab a spot on my calendar, and I'll walk you through exactly how it works for you and your business. No fluff, no pressure, just facts, numbers, whether this is the right move for you and your business. All right, because if you're even thinking a little bit about the next level, you absolutely owe it to yourself to explore LPT Realty with me before the rest of the industry catches up.